What's going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some more NBA and devastating news for the Chicago Bulls as Bulls guard Rajon Rondo has been announced to be out indefinitely with a thumb injury, a right thumb injury. And Bulls officials say he suffered the injury in Game 2 of the Bulls Celtics series. So what does this mean now for the Bulls going forward? Game 3, 4, 5, and the rest of the series. Look, huge blow to the Bulls. Rondo was playing incredible. The playoff Rondo was a sensation because he had turned back the clock to how he used to play a couple years before. Now, Jerrion Grant is going to be taking over at point guard, and he has had a very up and down, inconsistent year as a starter because he did start for the Bulls for a number of games this season. And he had some strong finishes at the end of the year when he started, but he is no Rajon Rondo, so this is definitely obviously a downgrade. But do I like Grant enough to be solid at point guard? I think he can be solid and just around that. Look, Jimmy Butler is really going to be the primary ball handler for the Bulls, and he's been in that position before. Fred Hoiberg talked about this, that Jimmy's going to have the ball regardless of who is the point guard, which is very true. And then Dwayne Wade, more so in late situations than early, can handle the ball. But again, devastating blow to the Bulls for sure, because Rondo was changing the entire complexion of the series. And look, before it was looking like the Bulls could, end this in 5, I think, 4 or 5, excuse me. And I think the series definitely gets extended now. Look, it's easy for me to say now that the Celtics, have a chance to win this series, and they do. Look, I did pick the Celtics in 7. That was my initial pick. And then when the Bulls won the first 2 games, I basically said, look, it's not going to go to 7 because the Bulls have all the momentum right now. Coming back here to the point, where am I at now? Look, the Bulls still have a decided advantage at 2-0. I feel like because of that advantage, they can still win this series, and I still think they will win this series. But then moving forward, obviously, Rondo means you're not going farther. And if they play the Wizards next round, they're not going to beat the Wizards. They need Rajon Rondo for that. But that's where I stand here. Obviously, like I said, the series is for sure going to get extended. But the Bulls, I believe, still have that 2-0 advantage, which will help them win this series. Depending on what happens, I think the Celtics is probably going to take Game 3. And then moving forward, we will see. The key here is when can Rondo come back? So typically with fractures, it's about a 4 to 6 weeks type of deal. But Rondo's a tough son of a what. And I feel like they said minimum 7 to 10 days. I feel like there's a chance he could just put a splint or a cast or whatever on it, and he can come back out if need be. Rajon Rondo is that tough, and definitely if the Bulls advance, I think he will be back for the next round. But for this series, I mean, unless they really, really, really need him, like it gets to a Game 7, I don't think he's coming back. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think. Devastating news for the Chicago Bulls. This team was really, really looking like a good threat in the East, and this happens. Hopefully, they are still able to win and carry over that momentum that Rondo left them with. Let me know what you guys think. What does the Rajon Rondo injury mean for the Bulls? Are they done? Are they not going to win the first round against the Celtics? Are they going to make a comeback, the Celtics? Or otherwise, do they still have enough? Leave a comment down below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.